Hello friends, this is Dongwen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with this unit conversion unified calculation series. This is episode number 3, multiple step calculations with examples. Let's get started with the example. Let's use a simple speed calculation as an example so that make it easy for people to follow. Head to this v2.com, v2.dongwen.com. And the main page is for single mode, which is an alternative for a regular calculator, allow you to do simple calculations, one step only, right? You can do 2 plus 3. Right? You can use typical common math functions. You can use some math constant. Okay, let's switch to multiple step. To do that, just go to click this button. You hover over, you can see like add this button allows you to add a quantity or expression. There is a shortcut for AutoCalcs. Let's go ahead. So you can see like the previous entered quantity is maintained, right? So you can just over here, you can just add a sample there. So let's start with our speed calculation. To calculate a speed, we need to have a distance, right? Let's give it a d. Let's say we have d. Let's say just for example, let's say if you drive like 80 kilometers a day, right? 80 kilometers. You noticed when you first click here, it was different. It includes multiple unit categories, and now once you select the unit is switched to the current category only, right? So now all these units are for length, right? So if you hover over here, it shows that this is for units of the current category. Click to show all categories. Right? You can click, so you can see that it switches to double arrow, means that it now allows you to pick units from all the categories within that are built in the library. Let's leave it for now. And then to calculate speed, we need a time for t. Right? Say you drive it at 80 kilometers. You use it takes you. Let's make it simple to verify the results. So let's say that it take you 40 minutes, right? Okay, and let's say minutes, min. You can get minutes, right? Okay, and then you have speed v equals d divided by t. You can see it give you some result, but you're not sure whether this is correct or not. So you need to give it a result, a unit for speed, which is kilometers per hour, km slash h. Right? You just enter, and then it will provide you the list of all the units that are included in the library. So you can see this kilometers per hour is available here. So you select, and then it tells you it's 120 kilometers per hour. How do you know this is right or not? Okay. For time, we know that 40 minutes, we can switch that into hours, which is 0.667, which is right. Of course, this is not very, if you calculate this manually, you can find out that this is right. Okay. Or if you want to make it a simple, let's say 1 hour, right? So it's 80 divided by 1, which is right. So right now, because all these units are consistent, it's easy to verify the calculation. Okay, if you want all this on this column, the quantity description, they're all optional. So you, for simple calculation, you may not need it if you follow this symbol naming conventions, right? The beauty of this is like it allows you to change the units, right? For example, 80 kilometers is, we need to, here we need to clarify three different concepts. The first is physical quantity, physical, and then there is a measurement, and also there is a unit, right? Physical quantity is whatever the quantity that you are concerned, right? So it can be um, weight, it can be time, it can be length, right? For this case, like I say, the distance, right, is a length. But for a given length, right now, what is shown is 80 kilometers. 80 kilometers is a measurement of that physical quantity, right? But the same quantity can be expressed in different units. Say kilometers, if we want to show that in meters, it's 80,000 meters, right? We can also show in millimeters or centimeters, right? Or we can select, we can change to other units as long as it's built in my library. So, but the point is, if you only change the unit here, it's the same quantity, it's the same physical quantity, but it shows in different units, right? So it's still 80 kilometers, right? No matter whether you show it in centimeters or meters, right? If you show it back into kilometers, it's still 80, right? The same thing for the hour, for the time. 1 hour is 60 meters, 60 minutes, or 3600 seconds. When you change the unit, it doesn't change the physical quantity. It changes the number, the value related to that specific unit, right? But if you change the input of the value, then it becomes a different quantity, right? So this is still 1 hour to make it simple to understand. Still, so you can see that so automatically the result changed to be 180 kilometers per hour. But the same similar like the unit for the input, for the output, for the calculated result, you can show the result in different units. Kilometers per hour. Let's make it simple. 1 kilometers per hour. And then we want to show this in different units. Say, let's still keep it in hour, like that's 1,000 meters per hour. Right? So that's pretty much how you create a simple calculation with unit conversion unified style. Right? Some other features I would like to show you. Yeah. This is optional, right? But if you want, you can enter distance for description. Right? So next time you use it, you know what it is. Right? It's easy, and it's also easy for other people to use. And then notice there is a row number over here. When you hover on this, you can see like the pointer changes to be ahead, right? This means that you can drag and drop, change or rotate the location or the position of all these quantities. This allows you to remove or delete that quantity, right? All this. That number is actually to allow you to adjust the fraction digits, the number of fraction digits. So now you see you can add, you can delete, and you can adjust the order, right? So that's pretty much what you need to do a multiple step calculations. Also important is to um, to show you what are available here. Here in the help, this is basically the help about the user interface. There is workflow and top down and bottom up. If you are interested, you have a look. And this tells you the sample expressions and equations that you can use in this quantity or expression field. Right. There are different styles. Have a look, and it will be very helpful. And you only need to have basic math and physics knowledge to understand this. I may go a little bit more detail in the future episode. This is a table of all the units and categories built in the library. So you can see like there are 44 categories right now, and there are total 320 units available. These are the list of the math functions. You can see like these include most of the frequent used math functions. Right? This allows you to do most of your daily calculations. Also, there are math constants like the Euler number and pi and a few of the common used constant you can find out. You can click and find out what it is. Right? So that's the help. So go back to here. And I think that when you do this, finish the calculation and you can save it, right? For example, if you want to save it, you need to give it a title so that in the future it becomes searchable. Let's say demo one. Also, you can add a lot of other information, right? This will be very helpful for if you are doing some complicated calculations. Once you have that title set up, created, then it will allow you to say. You can save the calculation. By default, it doesn't show you the project information to make the user interface look like clean. Of course, you can click on it to show it. Right? And so you can see like because now this is an existing saved existing calculation saved in the stock in the cloud. So now there are more buttons show up over here. There is this button allows you to save it as a new calculation because if you open up a calculation done by somebody else, you cannot overwrite other people's calculation, but you can create it as you can save it as your own copy if it's allowed. This allows you to create a new calculation. This is to clear the space. So you can see like there's no more calculation quantities over there. This allows you to remove this. Let's say, let's try that a little bit later. Let's go back to this home page. The two. Let's say we know that it's called demo, right? So you can see like there are demo 1 and 2. This one was created previously, a different date, right? But this one is today's date, so you can see this is the one that we just created. You can see. Right? So this is a link. It becomes a link that you can copy and share this link to your friends, right? So that's why I put this as a subtitle of this app is search, create, store, and share unit conversion unified calculations. Also, you can add images for illustration. Right? There are multiple ways to add images. You can copy and paste. If you say, let's say that, let's say that, let's make a happy face. Just for fun, let's Ctrl C, and then over here we Ctrl V. You can see this is image that you will come together with this calculation. You can save it. When you save it, it will go together with the calculation. Or you can open the URL here. Of course, you can also drag and drop. Let's go to, let's say, drag and drop. You can see. Also, you can adjust the position. When you save it, all these pictures will go with the calculation. So that's pretty much what you can do with this unit conversion unified calculations. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Hope you like it and feel it useful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and I encourage you to subscribe. That will help me to keep this going and create more of these kind of calculations, and may also encourage other people to try this to enjoy the power of this kind of unit conversion unified calculation. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thanks very much. Bye for now.